Alright guys, welcome back to another Servicing's Idle Adventure video. We have the new MONSPEET, and I gotta say guys, stat-wise, he looks pretty impressive. Haven't tested him out yet, we're gonna go through the video. But I will start by saying two things. One was the potentials. Right now, it's probably accuracy, but for the video, we're just gonna be doing attack, because I want to see the damage. Normally, I think what you want to do is just make your land skills. Like, I think if you're using him, you want to get the decreased cooldowns, you want to get the actual increased cooldowns on the enemy team, and then get the energy. Like, literally, he doesn't really do anything else into the damage. He's a debuffer or support character actually, so you're not expecting to be like the crazy DPS, but I will say, looking at his stats already, they look pretty above average, right? I mean, then again, every character coming out nowadays is going to have decent stats, but one thing that impressed me a little bit was his attack speed. Attack speed 112, which is actually pretty good considering most characters nowadays just have 100. So to have 112 is pretty good because, well, we look at this, right? I mean, naturally, that's like 10% faster than any other character in the game. So in your 10th attack, or at least if like someone like Berserk Melee, when Berserk Melee attacks 10 times, he would have attacked 11 times, which is pretty good, especially considering that his normal skill is this right here, which is restore energy. And also this skill right here is on a 5-second cooldown, which means he's gonna get more of these in before he gets this off, which is actually pretty cool. So this skill right here, to be fair, don't sound crazy. Immune to silence, which I don't know what characters doing silence right nowadays, at least from memory, right? Like I think it's more towards the who is silencing? Maybe I'm forgetting, terrible YouTuber, but right now I can't think of anyone right now. This is like a massive area silence to where it's like, yo, I have to actually have a debuff on it. But like I to say, the best thing is pretty more so just having a lot of buffs on your characters, which is what the 10 Commandment team kind of wants right now, which is still not really real just yet. I think we still need to have that main festival level character, which I guess we got Zelda's, but like we need that assault melee. So this character, I think I've been saying it, but it definitely feels like they've been building up towards a full Commandment team, and once we get like assault melee, that's when it's going to happen. Where assault melee might come, I mean, we're all thinking right after anniversary, because we're definitely going to be getting the 1 Escanor for anniversary, unless they somehow fumble the bag and we don't get the 1 Escanor and we get assault melee, which wouldn't be a bad thing, but the 1 Escanor for the 1 Annie, it made sense. Grand Cross tried doing assault melee, but there was a boycott because of it. Other reasons towards it, but it should be the 1 Escanor. But the best thing, or the cool thing about this character is, one, I called this ultimate. I'm said in my prediction video, we're going to get him on speed in 2 weeks time actually, so we're literally 2 weeks off, and I did say he's gonna have his Ash Dragon, which is what he got, so it's very, very cool. But the cool thing about his ultimate, and it's something he haven't really done too much of a little bit since like Dairy Area, I know like Elizabeth and some other characters did it, but what he do is actually target support characters. So he is in the backline, he's 65 range, so we're going to see it in the game today actually, but he's going to probably likely move forward because typically support characters are in the backline too, so he's got to move forward a little bit and send that big nuke. And this might be the biggest ult in the game. It's 8 meters AoE from the initial target, which is going in towards the backline, so it's guaranteed to hit everyone, which is crazy. And the damage itself is actually pretty high, 1014. Granted, he doesn't have any like extra multipliers, decreases damage, so he's got to have naturally high multipliers. But yeah, he could be a really good actual like DPS in the future for like the Commandment team, especially if you just get like a so right now the Sins have this where you get like more where you get the trait, which they actually updated. It's kind of cool actually. He's got like a little border now, but we get like a new Commandment. Don't know who it's going to be. Maybe Grey Road. Give it to Grey Road. Why not? Just make it so she has a trait for the actual Commandment theme. Or even if we get, once again, Assault Melee, who's not got a trait, but got a special passive to where he does actually buff up Commandment's damage and attack. Then yeah, this MONSPEET's going to be cooking. So if you look right now, just show his animations. Attacks very fast. Like you see, the right there, he's spamming these attacks. It's pretty fast actually. And then he's got this skill right here. That one you saw right there is the AoE skill. If you could just showcase the actual ultimate. So remember, each one of these skills is given 2 energy, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that was the ultimate, which is doesn't look as big, but you will see afterwards it might actually do a lot of AoE damage. Okay, let's first test him in our like AoE team. So we will replace, probably just take out this Meliodas. Let's just put him in and see what you can do in like a normal setting. All right, let's see if he does any damage. I mean, that's a pretty big AoE skill. Yeah, I mean, once again, right click can do a lot. Okay, let's put MONSPEET in the middle right here. We'll put his ultimate order so you can see it. It's going to be a second just to see obviously his damage. We are bringing Glux in here because why not? He's already my team. We'll do a Sin or Kiss Commandment team afterwards, see if they actually make a difference. So we'll do someone a little bit lower CC here, but I just want to see how big the AoE is. I haven't actually seen any AoE content. Does it hit everyone? I might have to try. Okay, hang on. Okay, so it did hit everyone. He didn't move forward. Now he's slightly forward. You can see he's more forward than most support characters. Where's his damage? Okay, It's not bad. It's not bad. Once again, he's lower dupe level, so I'm not expecting to do too much, but that was pretty decent. We have got, obviously, the Transcendence Meliodas, so he's not getting any buffs from him, right? He's only, obviously, Berserk Melee. I guess let me take him out. We'll put in... You know what we're going to do? We're going to put in this Escanor, because this Escanor has a pretty big AoE as well. His is, like, what, 6 meters? So almost the exact same as MONSPEET, apart from its 8 meters. We're going to put him just before the MONSPEET, just so we can see, well, one, lower critical resistance, and also, if you haven't got any shields on, he should be able to remove it, and then followed by a MONSPEET. Let's just see. Let's just see. I mean, the thing is, though, is, like, his support ability is going to be a little bit harder to see. Okay, boom. So there's the ult, and then boom, the fire came right after it. That's actually pretty sick. Where is he? Okay, didn't do too much. He might have missed, though, to be fair. Might have to put some accuracy onto him. We are winning, of course. So the hard thing is to say, right, is he is supporting the team by quite a lot, right? Because he is not only giving us energy, but also making it so they have, like, longer cooldowns. And luckily, to be fair, his actual ultimate does work in all teams, right? So we are using him a little bit early on, so it's not the best thing to showcase. But, like, he does reset cooldowns. And to be fair, Escanor, we actually pay attention with Escanor. His ultimate... does see the fact that it comes down really brilliant. If you look right now, like, see how quickly his ultimate came off, and so for Gloxineer, it's pretty fast, to be fair. Okay, Escanor, I've gone to a decent level now because he's starting to cook. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be hard to evaluate him a little bit. And also, if we're gonna try him with Tower Trials, he's also gonna be going up against Berserk Melee. So yikes. Okay, we'll try him with like one more game here. Let's just see what he can do, and we'll try him like a full command team. See if he does anything more, right? So right now, once again, the cooldown reduction is pretty good because you have that from Escanor doing his own ones. You have Gophers and also the MONSPEET, which is pretty nice. Like Escanor's spamming these skills. That's why he got so much damage. I can see he's on my DPS though. How much damage did you do there? He did, yeah, okay, kind of standard stuff right now. Okay, we'll try a full Commandment team. My CC probably sucks, though. I know I can mix and level up, boys. I'll definitely do that later on. That's a pretty decent CC, actually. We're still going to attack in Elizabeth and obviously the Meliodas, because why not, right? But, like, if you look at the synergy, what you have right now, like, Gloxineer, to be fair, is... crazy. Like, I think we all know Gloxineer is actually crazy. And if you get him towards a high dupe level, I saw people were using him at high dupe level, he seems really good damage. So if you get him up to a high dupe level, he is a tank character. You reset cooldowns with this, right? Then you also lower cooldowns with, or you use the actual Dairy Area Ultimate. That lowers tank's cooldowns by 2 seconds, which will be towards this Gloxineer. And then you also use this Monascular, which is also going to give him some more buffs, and also reset the cooldowns. So literally within that period of these 3 characters, you're resetting cooldowns by what, 6 seconds, and then going straight to an ultimate. So once, I'm telling you, once we get, if it's either tank or Assault Meliodas, having ability to use our ultimate every like 4 seconds is gonna be mental. Like, it's actually gonna be mental. Let's see if it works. So right now we actually might be looking towards Gloxineer being a bit more better for us, I think. So Gloxineer ult went off. I wish I would have got taken out. Yo, we actually got taken out by Berserk Melee. But you got the off though, so you got the cooldown. Who's doing most damage? Our Payback Melee is doing most damage, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, it's how it is, isn't it? He died way too quick to even do damage, yeah. Tragic, okay. Alright, let's see again. Berserk Melee part. I think most of our Elizabeth shield blocked it up there. But you can see right now, we got another ultimate again. I think, you know what, the only bad thing... Oh, he got that up before Elizabeth, which is crazy, actually. Is because Elizabeth cooldowns are not resetting, so we have to wait for her, or do we have to wait for her? I actually don't know. Stat wise, continue decent. MONSPEET actually somehow doing worse in this team, surprisingly. Okay, so I think it's the most we can probably show right now for PvP, but you're seeing the little pattern there. Once you get these characters duped out, like these 3 right here, resetting cooldowns on tank characters and actual like tank commandment characters can be crazy. We just need. I mean, if we haven't already gotten it, in a sense, but we just need a 10 commandment character that is absolutely broken and, like, nukes. Zeldris isn't really that. Like, he does some decent damage, but he's definitely more towards single-target content. I don't really test it, but I want to quickly see what this MONSPEET can do in the gold dungeon farm, just to see, because obviously there's a lot of goblins. If he actually hits all of them, because obviously he's got a massive AoE. So, nukes it down. Does hit most of them, not every single one, though. And, yeah, look at Berserk Melee, boys. It's just... it is what it is. MONSPEET, put him right in the middle, and then we will put him up front. I guess we've got killing this team does little set us up a little bit. But let's see how much damage he does here. Probably not a lot. Once again, one Berserk Melee AoE is probably going to do most of the damage anyway. But you know what? In this game mode, it does help a little bit. You're not going to see the value, but like, because these guys do have cooldowns. So hitting all of them So boom right now. Sends down. Literally did hit everyone, I'm pretty sure. Some decent damage too, but then Berserk Melee follows up. So, I mean, to be fair, he's doing more damage, or at least very similar damage towards a Dupe Tau, not Dupe Tau, what's that, like 10-star Derriere. And I was actually very impressed with Derriere into the AoE content. And she already busted attack by like 20%. I do like to show Tower Trials a little bit because it does showcase damage its potential in like an environment that's like equal in a sense. Because you don't have like crazy Dupe Tau characters in PvP where you're missing a lot of characters. So, you know what? Get him Dupe Tau over time, and then I mean, it's kind of every character is, but like he, like I say, could be a pretty menace in the actual like AoE 10 Commandment team. He might be one of the go-tos actually. Him and Glux, because you want some big AoE damage, right, to clear everyone. And you probably will be using Berserk Melee still, because he's gonna be obviously just insane to bring anyway. But throw him in, because Berserk Melee will get buffed up by Assault Melee, assumingly, right? Because you got to assume Assault Melee is gonna buff up Commandments. And by then, because it'll be like at least 2 months before we get Assault Melee, like minimum, maximum is like 4 or 5. So he could be like 6-7 star by then, and like very much like how Derriere is right now, and it would be pretty decent. Like I actually like that damage so far. Because I've been saying, at least in the Blue Tower Trials, it's obviously carried by Berserk Melee, but you can see right now, I'm a little bit, I guess I'm now catching up a little bit, but my blue carrots were like, Berserk Melee was doing all damage, but he was falling behind a little bit. I guess another thing we can try too, because he is a blue character and a Commandment character, he might be kind of decent in part 2 of base defense, because obviously Derriere is broken, so putting him in instead, I don't think he's going to be better, but putting him in instead, not instead, but like putting him with the characters could be kind of good. But typically in that game mode, you want to, no, actually might be better just not even bring Esterosa now. I think it actually might be better just bring him and Derriere. Because I don't think Esteros is doing enough damage. I think MONSPEET will probably be a lot better. Especially with the cooldown reduction. Okay, we actually lost that. Oh, he somehow did more damage than Berserk Melee. Really? I guess Berserk Melee, to be fair, didn't get to have his like third ultimate to go off. But that is, that's kind of funny a little bit. I mean, hey, if that doesn't show a little bit like where you could like eventually go with like dupes. Don't know what. How did Berserk Melee just die too quick? Yeah, probably. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Like I said with the last, even Glux in here, that like, he actually, or Glux is a little more better, right? Because that tanking immortality is kind of crazy. This character looks like he's just got some good AoE damage and then some good support abilities that you're not really going to care too much about. Like, we didn't even notice these actual effects, right? There are some debuffs in the meta that like for King, for example, and even Berserk Melee, and technically speaking, cleansing or removing debuffs on yourself stops Melee's AoE from doing as much damage. So you're not really going to see that impact in like a pure like a game sense. But like I've been saying throughout this video, once we get that 10 Commandment team, if we ever get it, I did say at the start, like when the game first came out, literally almost a year ago now, the 10 Commandment team could be kind of crazy. And we're a year later, and we haven't really got that team. It's starting to come together with literally the last 2 characters. But, I mean, we've all known that it's not going to be a real team until we get 10 Commandment Mediotis. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Definitely not a summon. I think most people should be skipping. It's literally 1 month towards anniversary. What you're doing, you got to be like me and have, like, almost 1 million gems to summon on the new Escanor banner, and also go crazy on that actual Grand Summon banner, which might include him. I think this MONSPEET might be the cutoff point. And like I said, anniversary might be crazy where they might sneak in a actual like Assault Melee like 1 month later or something, or like they change the banner system where you have to summon more banners, not in a bad way, but you can just be able to get more like PE characters now. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and yeah.